you're always going to have people who don't believe that you're really good at what you do. You know, and that's probably more so because they haven't figured out how to be good at what they know or don't even know how to do, you know. So, you know, that's just what it is. You know, every level you reach, you're going to come against obstacles. And you have to combat those obstacles in order to move forward. It's almost like you're playing a video game. You know what I mean? And then the prize is your sanity. Word.
Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it.
Me and you getting it on, don't even go there.
Come on with it.
Once I bring it to you, you won't be safe nowhere.
More levels, more devils. Diesel, airing out the stage like a Neville. Brother, leave you. Dot on your face for no good reason at all. We in a bad place. Ha!
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille.
The enchanting sunset over the desert of Phoenix. Two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Bulls in this one. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. You look at Phoenix. Well, guys, at this point, while still many things can change, their record is not on par with their performance last year. Maybe a cause for concern, but something they are well aware of.
And seeing where the Suns are, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we come. Oh. Oh, my word. Now, I have seen it all.
Oh, are you sure? Maybe he has even more tricks up his sleeve.
Fellas, if he's got a better dunk than that one, I want to see it.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. No one covering. Gates got 5 now.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Andre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more important. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
That's straight up Showtime stuff right there, baby. Major highlight reel material.
Kicks it out to Paul. Bulls moving the ball around. The drive by Gay. Paul against Lowry. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
how about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time. He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest quality look.
And they double up Paul. Here's Gay. Can't get it to go. And Phoenix will come the other way. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Proficient in that game at the offensive end of the floor. I mean, their passing was dynamic and their shot selection was superb.
You do those two things hand in hand, Greg, you know the result. You move the ball like they did and take smart, good shots, you're coming away with a lot of wins.
The Suns have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Leonard. 8th and three-point field goal percentage, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And, you know, back to his efficiency from three. You know, defenses are now trying to deny him the basketball, but really not having any success. A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
Outside Lowry. Here's Henson, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
And it's slammed in by Garnett.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risks to see if they can cut that lead down. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done. Guys, the Bulls' defense was as stout as ever last season. A big part of that is they have guys that challenge you inside and at the rim. Even off the bench, all of their bigs are mobile and protect the basket. Big-time finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim, too, just for good measure.
Yeah, but guys, nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating every now and then.
Bulls have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Here's Gay. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Gay's got 11.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Talking about the Bulls and their rim protection, they had the lowest opponent field goal percentage on shots right at the rim.
Yeah, and it helps when you compare 7-footers down low. It's not just the bigs, though. Even the perimeter players will track back and challenge at the rim. Really a total team effort.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
West is checked in for Phoenix. Rivers comes in for Kyle Lowry. And Chicago also making a switch. Crawford's checked in.
Not too much respect shown. To him by the defenders.
Suns trail by 5. Down low. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Jordan. In transition, here come the Bulls. Paul's jam. I mean, just beautiful.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
The pass to Garnett. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Leonard kicks to Burks. Gay with the block. And he goes big with the dunk right over John Henson. He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Benson's got 8 points.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
And the jam by Rudy Gay.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
And no question, Jay, Rudy Gay is one of those guys who has always put up great numbers, but in 9 seasons he's been in the league, only one playoff. Only one. Count him, one. Back in 2012.
Yeah, but what if he were still in Memphis, though, Kevin? I mean, that's one of it. Sometimes it's not always your fault if you're not getting there.
True.
You got to play on a good enough team, and he hasn't up to this point. So, yeah, he's had his moments of inconsistency and will disappear at times. So there's some shared blame there as to why he hasn't been more consistent when it comes to the postseason.
The Bulls leading by 5. Paul outside. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. You look at him physically, and Rudy Gay is the complete package of the small forward spot. Nothing holding him back.
You know, Kevin, he comes in at 6'8", has that solid frame, unbelievable athletic ability with the speed to go with that for a player of his height. He is a true talent.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Tyson Chandler is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Gibson comes in for Kevin Garnett. And it's Chalmers in for Chris Paul. West with the ball, now guarded by Gibson. West misses.
And with Rudy Gay, the physical part of the game has never been a problem with him. As great a physical player as any other small forward in the league, his one drawback is he can get in his own head at times and not play to his strengths.
Carter, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. Rivers kicks it to West. Here's Hill, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish. So still, I like that pretty one-handed flush. And no doubt a lot of players can get in their own head, like Gay does at times. He does so much on the floor. It is odd when he vanishes for stretches of the game. On pure talent, he has few peers in the league.
And that one falls for Cannon.
Listen, no doubt the Suns were a competitive team a season ago, especially against that Eastern Conference. Took 18 wins out of the 30 contests they had against the East.
The Suns making a switch here. Okafor's checked in. Suns did win the games they were supposed to against the East. As you were talking about, Greg, they had no problem with any team, Clark, as you look back on the Eastern Conference.
Well, you look at the record there against the East, 18-12 against that conference, 9-7 against the playoff teams in the East. I'm only one of 9 teams in the entire league that could claim that.
Cannon, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
And Chalmers kicks to Chandler. Crawford, no one around him. Again, Chicago.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Rivers dishes to Cannon. Pass to Okafor. Plays it up and banks it in. Okafor's got his first 2 points of the night.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Crawford drives in. The shot by Carter, nobody around. No good off the back of the rim.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to.
All right, Phoenix, keep it going for yours. And we heard from John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he still has a lot to prove.
Defensively, offensively, I think I'm better offensively than people give me credit for, and I'm stronger than I look. And that's something that I'm trying to prove this year, as I've been proving the last 3 or 4, so it's going to be fun.
Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove, Greg, but it seems to me he's already known for being that kind of guy.
Yeah, that's a great point. Anybody who plays against him knows he looks plenty strong when you're banging with him. But if he needs to push and motivate himself by playing with a chip on his shoulder, well, a lot of guys have gone a long, long way in this league using that method.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
So for Chicago right now, they've got Carter. Tony Allen is out there with Paul. And it's Garnett, and it's Jordan in at the center, filling out the middle.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed. And guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing with how they were able to pull that play off. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
To the inside, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Hammers the alley-oop through.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder. And that's exactly what that play looks to be. Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
And it's Paul penetrating. Another miss for him, now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. Fires it up. And the shot is long. Chicago has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And he gets it to go. Paul's got his second basket of the game.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Lowry from outside. Again, the miss by Lowry.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
To the wing on the left. Paul goes in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now a 4-point Chicago lead.
Well, you know, he's not a guy that's just going to settle for pulling up. When he has an opportunity, he's going to take it strong to the hoop.
For Chicago, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. There's the pick. Garnett, the screen. Jumper off the screen. Here's Jordan. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that. Chris Paul, guys, for the last decade, the best point guard in the NBA. Now, there's some new competition for that distinction, though, with Steph Curry breaking through to NBA stardom. And it's always exciting to watch these two go head-to-head.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. John Henson's checked in for Okafor, and it's West in for Kawhi Leonard. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Rudy Gay's checked in for Vince Carter. Suns trail by 6. Burks, the pass to Beasley. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Beasley's got his second bucket tonight. How would you compare Chris Paul and Steph Curry?
Well, Steph Curry is just an off-the-chart shooter. I think the best in the history of the game in overall shot-making and creativity as far as shooting goes. Paul is more of an orchestrator, a maestro supreme.
West. And it goes out of bounds. That one off West. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Controlled the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Henderson comes in for Burks, and it's Rivers in for Kyle Lowry. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Chicago. Gay drives in, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on David West. What a year for the Suns in terms of transactions. Started the season with Dragic and Thomas on the roster and moved them both, Clark, at the deadline.
And, you know, most folks saw the Dragic trade coming after his disagreements with the team. The Thomas trade was a bit of a surprise, though.
Hill, he's checked in for David West.
The only place for shots like that are in shoot-around.
Exactly. I mean, that shot is one he shouldn't even think about taking.
Here's Cannon. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg. That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
Old-fashioned, isn't it, my man? Old-fashioned. Pound the rock basketball, and it is definitely working for them.
Good. Just like soup. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fellas wearing the rim out.
Reverse that one home. Now, that was nice. Real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control.
How about the power and grace on that finish? And as you said, the Suns made a flurry of deals at the deadline. You knew they would move one guard, but ended up moving two, brought back one as well.
When the Suns made all those trades, you kind of figured there would be some adjustments, and they did fall off a bit. Still, they felt what they had wasn't quite good enough going forward, so they got a jump on rebuilding last year.
Suns dancers fans, one more time, give them a hand.
Suns trail by 10. He feeds it to Hill. Right wing, all sorts of time. And Rivers with the basket on the assist by Hill. Rivers has got his first basket of the night. Chicago's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let him fly. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Gay. He's putting up about 21 points per, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Yeah, you know, you just plug him in. He's a flat-out scoring machine. When you plug him up, let him go.
Here's Chalmers. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. Gets the front of the rim and out. The Suns shooting 47% from the floor since the end of the first quarter. Here's Cannon. It's Henderson on the wing. Money from the wing.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. This game against Phoenix here, it's the first look at the Suns.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
And you look at how they match up. Certainly you could see them losing, but you would still expect them to come away with 2 wins.
Suns trail by 6. From the arc. Henson's shot is off.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out. Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Henderson against Gay. Here's Rivers. Chandler with the block. And they get it back. Lock at 6. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. The Bulls leading by 6. And Chalmers kicks to Gay. Fires for 3. Cannon with the rebound. And here we go with him.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one. Although, if he missed it, I might have.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. It's Chicago leading by 4. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Paul. And Chris, you guys came out of the gates blazing, but cooled off a bit later on. What happened out there?
Well, we came out with a lot of energy, but in the second quarter, it died down a little.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half. Rudy Gay has been getting it done. He had 30 points and 1 block. Coming off a great game last time out, he's turning it up a notch already here tonight. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, it's tough to play on the road, and they overcame.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
Rudy Gay playing very well. He's got 30 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Beasley. Then there's Alec Burks. Then it's John Henson, and it's Lowry in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
And guys, as we all know, Kevin Garnett is one of the very best power forwards ever to play the game. I mean, was passed by Tim Duncan last year for total rebounds by active players. Still an amazing statistic among many for KG, a future Hall of Famer. He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
The dish to Leonard. And that one is stuck right through.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace.
And for KG, the last 3 seasons have obviously been very, very tough. His injuries and declining athleticism have led to down numbers really across the board.
Yeah, I mean, his role now has transformed. He's more of a clubhouse leader, a mentor to the up-and-comers, an extra coach, if you will, in game and on the sidelines.
Here is Lowry. He has 5. Got a piece of it. And again, Chicago running the court in transition. And then Gay with the dunk.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other. End. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
No good from Beasley.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
David West, he's checked in for Phoenix.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Carter, he's checked in for Chicago. The drive by Lowry. Carter with the block.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
And Allen with the slam.
It doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch in how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Lowry kicks it to West, and Leonard has it in the corner. Baseline J on the way, and David West gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
And the Bulls making a change here. Crawford's checked in. Up the floor. Here's Lowry. The shot's good on the assist by West. West has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for him.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum. His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going. Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim. And no doubt last season the Bulls were clearly preparing for the playoffs. They played their rookies but added a lot of playoff seasoned veterans to that roster.
And the foul called on Jamal Crawford. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
The Suns making a change here. Okafor's checked in, and he gets it to go. Okafor's got 6 points.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
The shot's good from Paul.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Lowry kicks to Burks. Banked in off the glass. Burks has got his second basket. Chicago leading by 4. Paul with the 3. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Lowry. Suns have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. Tries it from 19. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Crawford, no luck. And now running up the court. West pushing it up. And Jordan sends it back. West outside. From outside off the mark. Chicago's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. It's deflected. And here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now. Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Lowry kicks to Burks. And then jammed down as he goes right over Chris Paul.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
Chicago calls timeout.
Boy, for Alec Burks, he really started to put it all together in his third season. He doubled his scoring average, shooting percentage was up. Then last season, a strong start, but a shoulder injury cut short what I thought was going to be his best season yet.
And the Suns here with a different look. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Okafor. Henderson comes in for West. Cannon, he's checked in for Alec Burks. And it's Rivers in for Kyle Lowry. Chicago also making some changes. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Gibson comes in for Kevin Garnett. And it's Chalmers in for Allen. And that is good. And back to Alec Burks, a guy who entered the league with raw talent, but once the light went on, Greg, he showed the ability to help his team in a number of ways.
Yeah, he's going to be the prototype in terms of a two-way player. He's a guy who can not only score it for you, but he'll rebound and defend it. But what impressed me last season is he averaged 3 assists a game, really looked to make plays for his teammates.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Chandler with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Paul with the 3. No luck. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Pushing it up. On up the court. Here's Cannon. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Cannon's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Assistant, Chris Paul.
Here's Rivers. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game. For 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. From the top of the key. Paul can't get that one to fall. Leonard dishes to Cannon. Here's Rivers. Finished off the break. Rivers has got 6 points.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Paul with the steal. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Phoenix making some changes. Henson comes in for Leonard. And it's Beasley in for Gerald Henderson. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Chicago. Gay comes in for Jamal Crawford.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic. Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Gay left side. Let's go. No good. Excellent D there from Beasley. Cannon from long range. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Cannon's got the lead up to 1 now for Phoenix.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
Man, I tell you, partner, this has been some fun basketball.
All right, Phoenix, keep going for your Suns answer.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. 4th quarter should be good. Chicago with the ball on the court for the Bulls, getting this 4th quarter started. Garnett out there with Jordan. Then there's Chalmers. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Allen in at the shooting guard position. Beasley kicks to Henson. Takes the 3. Another 3 for Phoenix. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Suns.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well. Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
David West, he's checked in for Jordan Hill.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
And it's Allen with the jam.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Without question. I mean, both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. I mean, full throttle ahead.
Lowry drives in and stolen by Gay. And again, Chicago running the court in transition. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And Henson sends it back. They're running. Here's Burks. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
It's been a good night for Burks. He's got 8 points and 3 dimes.
First free throw is good. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Lowry kicks to Leonard. Feeds it to Lowry. Kicks it out to Beasley. This one for three. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got 9 assists now tonight.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond. Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Kicks to Henson. No good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Nobody near Gay. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. The Bulls making a switch here. Crawford's checked in. The Bulls have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And the wide open shot from Chalmers. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammate.
Easily outside. Burks. Phoenix no good that time either. Bulls have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. And one thing about Mario Chalmers last season, he really had to play a different role. And it took him some time, Greg, to get used to.
Yeah, anytime your team loses a superstar like LeBron James, other guys get asked to do a little bit more. Mario was asked to be more of an aggressive scorer, a role that isn't so easy. To jump into after 6 years of being that 4th or 5th option in the offense.
Lowry passes to Henson. Outside for Lowry. It's Beasley on the wing. Back to Lowry. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
You know, going back to Mario Chalmers last year, guys, I mean, having to take on more of a scoring role was tough for him. His field goal percentage dropped 50 points from the season before. His three-point percentage dropped even more. His assist numbers were down. Well, I bet you part of that was the fact LeBron was no longer there.
And so Lowry nails both of them.
And on the topic of Chalmers, you know, he's a complimentary player. He can D up, he can hit the open three. He's been known to hit big shots, a solid finisher, and that is valuable. But when you ask him maybe to do a little too much, then you're not playing to his strength.
It's Crawford with the drive, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crawford.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Phoenix looked to be on the verge of making it back into the playoffs last season. Ultimately, though, Greg, they faltered in the second half of the year.
Yeah, it was a 3-team race. And after coming up short in 14, the Suns had the edge early. As you said, Kevin, they simply couldn't keep things going in the second half of the season.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, in that last break, I listened to the Suns coach address his team. He warned his team to get back in transition defense, saying they're giving up way too many fast break buckets, and he wants an end to it. He said, hey, let's slow the tempo and make them take some tough shots. A sound defensive strategy, Kevin.
There is just no way, Clark, to tell who is going to pull this one out.
You know what, Kevin? I think looking at this game, it may very well come down to one crucial key play.
Clark, that's a great point. When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swinger.
Stolen by Chalmers. Good work defensively by Lowry.
You know, guys, the Suns went from the 8th seed to finishing 10th in the West. I mean, it would have been a tough task for them to stay in the race, particularly after all the trades. I mean, their team was in transition.
And when you shake up a roster, as the Suns did last year, it's hard to keep pace. They ended 6 games back of that final playoff spot, but that all happened after they decided to shake things up.
Paul's checked in for Mario Chalmers. Good.
You know what, guys, he can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
The Suns trailing. And it's Lowry penetrating. High post try. And that one comes up a bit short. Bulls have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. And some solid looks for them. That's good. Gay's got 44.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
Lowry dishes to Henson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. And that's 15 points now for Henson. Here's Jordan, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Crawford against Lowry. Here's Burks, and the foul on Alec Burks. That is his first foul of the game.
And as a coach, that's the kind of turnover that drives you nuts.
And, Greg, there's no reason for that turnover to happen. It's just inexcusable.
Here's Paul. Count that one. Paul's got 17 points here in the second half. Suns trail by 7. Lowry with the ball, and Crawford picks him up defensively.
Nice numbers from Lowry. He's got 14 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Here's Burks. Garnett grabs the board. Rudy Gay on the wing. By Beasley, no good from the wing. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Leonard attacking, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Lowry kicks to Beasley. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. And now just a 2-point Bulls lead.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Leonard attacking. Lowry kicks to Henson. And the call will be against Kevin Garnett. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Chicago.
And guys, something every team strives for is getting points off of turnovers, and they've done that here in both halves.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And it's tied up with that one.
Nice numbers from Henson. He's got 17 points and 2 blocks. He's been their leader, stirring the drink at the offensive end and then anchoring the defense.
And yeah, Clark, what an example he's been setting out there.
Leonard with the steal. Outside Lowry. It falls!
How about these big shots for him in the fourth? He has been locked and loaded offensively.
Passes it to Paul. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Gay passes to Garnett. Here's Leonard. Here's Henson. And he's way off from outside. Now the Bulls with it. Here's Gay. Sinks it. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
When Rudy Gay is on like he is now, there's not a whole lot you can do about it.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Crawford with the steal. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. Allen's checked in for the Bulls. 20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Paul dishes to Gay. Oh! And he double clutches and throws it down.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
And it's Lowry penetrating. And he commits the intentional foul.
He had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
And the Suns call time here. They trail by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the game. What's your take, guys?
With this much time left on the clock, I try to shoot from as close to the basket as possible because that way you have enough time for a quick putback if you miss.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
Chris, how does a win like this help propel the team at this point in the schedule?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Rudy Gay. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. that boost he gave his team early on a huge factor. What'd you think, Shaq?
He had a sensational night shooting.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.